I was standing in front of the mirror this morning, looking at the same face I've seen for 80 years. But it's not the same, not really. The eyes are softer now. The skin tells a different story. A story of laughter, loss, of living. If you're in your 50s, you might not feel old, and you're not yet. But let me tell you something. From someone who's walked this road a little longer, time doesn't move, it flies. I still remember turning 50. I thought, I've still got time. I was busy chasing success, making plans, saving for later. But I didn't know how fast later would come. In your 50s, you still feel strong, capable, but I wish someone had told me to slow down. Not just in movement, but in mind. You see, I used to think life was about the big moments, promotions, vacations, milestones, but now I see. Life was in the small ones, the morning sunlight on the kitchen floor, the laughter over a shared cup of tea, the quiet moments where nothing seemed to happen, but everything was happening. You're still building a life, maybe still raising children or watching them leave home. You're thinking about retirement, finances. Maybe your health, and those things do matter, but so does the joy of waking up without rushing. So does sitting quietly with someone you love without needing to say a word. If I could send a letter back to my 50-year-old self, I'd tell him, take more photos, not for the world, for your heart. Call your old friends before they're only memories. Say I love you before the moment passes. And don't wait for life to slow down, because it won't. You have to. I'm 80 now, and I've learned your reflection will change. But the real you, the one inside, grows clearer. Not older, so look in the mirror today. Smile. You're still here. You still have time. But don't waste it. There's a chair in my living room that no one sits in anymore. It used to belong to someone I loved with all my heart. We used to sit here together every evening, sometimes talking, sometimes just sitting in silence. It didn't matter. It was about being now. That chair is empty, and yet it's full of memories, full of laughter, full of moments I didn't know were so precious until they were gone. When you're in your 50s, you start noticing time moving differently. Your parents may be aging, your children may be growing distant, building lives of their own. Friends move, some disappear, and one day the people you assumed would always be around are not. I'm not saying this to make you sad. I'm saying it because I wish someone had told me. Don't take people for granted. Don't assume you have tomorrow. Say the kind words today. Give the hug. Make the call. Take the drive to see someone you've been meaning to visit. The most painful thing in life is not losing someone, it's realizing you could have loved them more loudly while they were still here. If there's someone in your life who matters, tell them, don't wait for a better time, because the best time is now. This chair may be empty, but my heart is full, not just with sadness, but with the deep, quiet joy of having shared this life with people worth missing. And that, my friend, is the kind of wealth that no bank account will ever hold. I keep a small wooden box, on a shelf in my bedroom. It's nothing fancy, but inside are pieces of my life. A photo of me in my 50s, smiling, unaware of what was ahead. A letter I never sent. A plane ticket I never used. A keychain from a job I hated but stayed in too long. And a watch stopped years ago, but still holding time. This box doesn't just hold memories, it holds lessons, regrets, and joys. You see, when you're in your 50s, you think you're running out of time, but you're not. You're still in one of the richest decades of your life. You have experience and energy. But here's the catch. Fear becomes more subtle. It starts to sound like logic. You're too old to change. It's too late to start again. You should just stay comfortable. That fear, it stole a few pages from my life. The plane ticket was to a place I always dreamed of going, but I was too busy. The letter, to someone I loved, never had the courage to forgive. Don't wait until your dreams are memories. Don't collect regrets like souvenirs. You'll carry them longer than you think. But This box also holds joy, like that old photo of a day I said yes to something that scared me, or that watch, gift for my daughter, on a birthday I almost forgot to celebrate. If you're in your 50s, take this advice. Do the brave thing. Start over if you must. Apologize even if it's been years. Travel, even if you go alone. Choose joy, even if fear whispers louder, because in the end, the only things that truly matter are the things that make your box worth opening. I come to this bench often, not because I'm waiting for anyone, but because I'm remembering, you see. Once upon a time, I was the one rushing through this park, jogging, laughing, carrying children on my shoulders. Time felt endless. My legs were strong. My back didn't ache, and I thought that would never change. But the truth is, your body doesn't give you a warning. It just starts to slow down gradually, quietly, until one day you realize the park bench is more familiar than the running path. If you're in your 50s, hear me now. Take care of your body, not because you want to live forever, but because you'll want to move freely while you are living. Walk more, stretch, breathe deeply, eat what nourishes you, not what just fills you. But here's something just as important. Don't wait until you're older to start living. Don't save your energy only for work, only for obligations. Use it for joy. Dance even if you feel silly. Swim even if the water's cold. Say yes to life while your body still says yes to you. I've seen people spend their healthiest years worrying about the future, and then spend their older years wishing they had just enjoyed the present. This bench has taught me something. You don't notice how precious movement is till it's limited. You don't see how fast the seasons change till you're sitting still. So while you can dash, run, laugh, play, and take care of yourself. Not just so you can live longer, but so when you do sit on a bench like this one day, you'll have memories worth watching pass by. If there's one thing I've learned in 80 years, it's that happiness was never hiding in the big moments. It lived in the simple ones. Quiet, ordinary, easy to miss. A warm cup of tea on a rainy morning, a deep breath in the sunlight, the sound of birds. Just after dawn, a shared smile across the dinner table. That's where real life happened. When you're in your 50s, the world still tells you to chase more success, more money, more things. But after a certain point, you realize more doesn't mean better. Sometimes more just means more noise. Peace comes not from what you own, but from what you appreciate. You may be planning retirement, counting savings, setting goals. And that's wise. But don't forget to enjoy now. Don't spend today preparing so hard for tomorrow that you forget to live it. The truth is, you don't need much to be happy. You just need to notice what you already have. A body that still moves. People you care. Moments of quiet. Time that is still yours. I used to think joy was something you chased. Now I know it's something you notice, so take this from someone who has lived through decades of change, chaos, and calm. Slow down. Simplify. Say thank you often, not just to others, but to life itself. One day you'll look back and realize the best parts were never the loudest. They were the mornings like this, simple, still, and filled with quiet joy.